Hello everyone, I'm the Scarebrarian, and today we are going to be talking about a gripping and thought-provoking novel called Promise Boys by Nick Brooks. I've been wanting to read Promise Boys since I first saw it on the shelf. I mean, take a look at that cover. That's really wild. And I know that as a librarian, or you might hear your teachers or your parents say, don't judge a book by its cover, but I was like, I don't care what that book is about. I have to read it. And of course, I read the summary and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. That's like Get Out in a private school, kind of. And so I was not disappointed. I read from cover to cover and I pretty much only got up to do business or to eat. And while I was eating, I read the entire time. This book dives very deep into some social issues while delivering an intense edge of your seat mystery. I was personally hooked from the very first page to the last, and you will definitely be too. Promise Boys follows the story of three teenage boys, JB, Ramon, and Trey. They all come from rough neighborhoods and attend an equally tough, underprivileged school called Promise Academy, but not tough in the way that you think it is. More about that later. When their principal is murdered, the three boys quickly become prime suspects. As they fight to prove their innocence, they find out some shocking truths about themselves, their community, and their school. So another thing that I really loved about this book, Promise Boys, is that Nick Brooks does a fantastic job setting up this atmosphere. So, I told you earlier that Promise Boys was a tough school. I didn't mean it in the way that most people talk about tough schools. I mean that it's a very strict, regimented, cruel atmosphere, and the vast majority of the educators at the school, with the exception of a couple, talk to these boys like they're just dirt under their shoe, especially the cruel prince. I almost said evil, but that's not so far from the truth. It's just like the perfect storm because there's this just state of mistrust of everyone and paranoia and, the perfect storm for a crime to happen. So if you enjoy fast-paced mysteries that keep you guessing from page 1 up until the very end, Promise Boys is the perfect book for you. Thank you so much for joining me today on our first mystery book review for this channel. And this is definitely not the last. Scarebrarian signing off. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell all of your friends about this channel.